EMZT Radio is brought to you by Audible. Get a free audio download and a free 30-day trial at audibletrial.com/EMZT. Over 180,000 titles to choose from for your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player.
Who's in the box? What's in the box?
I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm just gonna bash your brains in.
No. Be afraid. Be very afraid.
Hi, I'm Chucky. Wanna play?
Oh, no tears, please. It's a waste of good suffering.
You're staying. This isn't a democracy anymore.
This is now the United States of
EMZT Radio.
They mostly come at night. Mostly.
Welcome to another episode of EMZT Radio. I am Bane Hellborn, and we are together. I got MJ is actually here with me today.
Yes, I'm here. I have your fun fact of the week.
Okay, go ahead.
Because I have been jonesing to do a series on horror and game shows. Because we all know the Soka sisters. They do Elevator. How about this? Do you remember a game show? It was when we were little. So we're talking late 70s, early 80s here. Do you remember a game show called The Liars Club?
No, I never seen that one.
All right, well, and this is on YouTube, and most of the episodes that you find on YouTube are hosted by the guru of game show hosting, Alan Ludden.
Okay.
And he was not the original host of Liars Club. Matter of fact, the format you see with Alan Ludden isn't even the original format of the Liars Club. But imagine, if you will, 4 celebrities trying to tell you about an object. One of them is telling the truth. Do you know who it is? Well, find out today with Rod Serling. Was the original host of the Liars Club.
Oh, wow.
Yes, Rod Serling was the original host. Now, the original format of the Liars Club. By the way, yes, for most people who don't know, my first passion is horror, but my second passion is game shows. And yes, I watch game show garbage on YouTube. And I'll watch old game shows on YouTube if I can ever get out of the MRE hole I'm in right now. Don't ask me. By the way, just because this is how my mind works, for any of you producers or anybody who's wanting to set things out and shoot on location, MREs might be the way to go. As far as cost effectiveness goes for meals, because a lot of them you can order those things in bulk. It probably costs you about $200-300. But you can order a lot of that in bulk, and they're like full day kits. So you get a breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Anyway,
yes,
I watch a lot of those. By the way, the Danes and the Norwegians far and away have the best MREs. They're full. I mean, this was you're watching when you watch these YouTube videos. It's literally stuff that you would pay, like there was a Spanish MRE, had squid and ink.
Ew.
Think about how much that costs in an American restaurant.
A lot.
Squid and ink. And this was in a MRE, a freaking Army-issued MRE.
Wow.
Yeah. We got to step our food game up. Anyways. Back to the Liars Club and Rod Serling. So again, my second passion is game shows, and the original format of the Liars Club is you had 2 people, and they would guess who was lying, and telling the truth, I should say. Whoever got the most right at the end of the game one, and they changed the format when Alan Ludden was on there to like this betting system. It's really interesting. It's a really fun game. I wish they'd bring it. I kind of wish they'd bring it back, but whatever. But there's your fun fact that Rod Serling was the original host of the Liars Club, and he is absolutely. I would recommend you find the episodes of Rod Serling doing the Liars Club because he is hilarious.
Yeah.
You wouldn't think about it because all we know him as is Twilight Zone and Stiff and
right.
Imagine, if you will.
Night Gallery.
Yeah, Night Gallery but really stiff, really, matter of fact,
Yes.
But then we get to see Rod with his hair down doing Liars Club and laughing and carrying on and does great banter with I wouldn't call him a top-notch game show host, but he definitely did great on a panel show. So I thought I'd throw that out there. There's your fun fact.
Well, I got another one for the Women in Horror Month. This is February. It's Women in Horror Month.
Fabtober!
And I'm one of them since I'm on a horror podcast.
Yes, you are. You are a female horror creator.
Yes. So this is interesting. Do you remember a 1980 movie, Humanoids from the Deep?
I do.
Okay.
I have it somewhere.
You know that. Do you know the monster rape scene?
Yes.
It was put in by a male unaccredited director because Barbara Peters, who directed the movie, did not want to put it in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who is or do we know who the male director? I know you said unaccredited, but did we ever find out who the male
yes,
director was?
I have it here. It's Jimmy T. Murakami.
Jimmy T. Murakami.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the whole, I think she left it off at where the creature was dragging the woman down the beach, and you see her, she's trying to claw on the sand, and that's where she was going to leave it, that scene, that it's implied that the monster is going to, have sex with her.
Yeah.
Not willingly, but we know, that's where it was going to go. But somehow I think the studio wanted to put in the rape scene to make it more horrific.
Wow.
Ew.
So there we go.
Yes.
We are going to chase people off of this podcast this week.
I was looking up what he was known for. He did heavy metal.
Oh.
He directed Heavy Metal.
Nice.
1981.
One of my favorite
movies
of all time.
What he's mostly. Yeah, that's what he is mostly known for. He's passed away as of February 16th, 2014. Woo.
I wonder then.
Yeah.
If I got to go back. When did you say you passed away? What year?
February 2014.
I think that episode of South Park came out that year. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, there was an episode of South Park where they're talking about toad licking. First off, but they
right.
Okay, it's the whole toad licking getting high thing, but they changed it to cat urine.
Okay.
So or whatever you call cat spray or whatever.
Yeah.
We are getting way off into the fucking deep end today. But they have this you can't make this shit up, okay?
Nope.
They do the cat hormones or what do they call pheromones?
Pheromones, yeah.
Yeah, from the male cat, and then once the cat sprays you in the face, you can get high.
Ugh.
Now, let me go on the record right now by saying, please do not try this because I don't know if you can. I don't know if you can get high, and B, that's really fucking disturbing.
And it's gross too. I mean, ew.
If you're doing, let me just say this right now: if you're doing that to a cat, you need some serious psychological help. But then again, you're probably also eating a Tide Pod. For dessert. So go ahead and eat that Tide Pod if you're doing that.
Ugh, that's gross.
Anyways, please stop eating the Tide Pods. All right, I don't want to show ID for my fucking laundry detergent. But
yeah.
Anyway.
That's just bugging the shit out of me about this Tide Pod challenge. That's like the stupidest fucking thing I ever heard.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? If you want to take the Tide Pod challenge, I have another challenge for you. There's some like green liquid in your car. All right? Go drink that. You might think it's Mountain Dew. Take the antifreeze challenge while you're at it too.
Oh.
If the Tide Pod challenge, if you're dumb enough to do the Tide Pod challenge and you actually live through it, take the antifreeze challenge too while you're at it. But anyways,
Gross.
back to this episode of South Park. The reason why I brought it up was that when Kenny and Kyle's dad, Gerald Broflovsky, when they both got sprayed in the face and they went off on their trip, it was heavy. They were basically doing a tribute to heavy metal.
Nice.
And it had the girl with the big boobs. It was that scene, the girl with the big boobs, and
right,
and how obsessed everybody was with the boobs in that scene. So I'm not surprised that this guy was the main thing behind the monster rape scene, because I mean he was the one that directed the girl with the gigantic boobs, and there was boobs all over the planet, and you fought in the boob arena. Yeah. Boobs, man. Boy, we have gone way off the fucking deep end here.
Oh, okay.
Da-da-da-da-da-da. Okay.
But we are having an interview today with Xander Turian. So
keep a
that'll be luck. Xander Turian. He's going to be so much fun to talk to.
Yes, 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 yes. So much fun.
So much fun.
Oh my god. Okay, so I think we might want to end this segment here. So I have something for all of you. Our friends, God, David's gonna kill me. Our friends with Calling All Astronauts has done a great remake of one of my all-time favorite songs.
Which one?
So, ladies and gentlemen, here it is. Calling All Astronauts doing the Gary Newman Tubeway Army classic. Our friends.
It's cold outside. when you're all alone and the clock keeps ticking and you can't sleep, I'll be with you on a dark, cold night. A new bedtime ghost story podcast by Kristen Zaza. Available on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, or your favorite podcast app.
From HorrorFreakNews.com, indie goddesses Jen and Sylvia Soska do more than just make great horror flicks. The Twisted Twins are the 21st century body horror pioneers with hearts of gold. Every year in February, to coincide with Women in Horror Month, they spearhead an annual blood drive, accompanied by a series of graphic PSAs that genre fans will love. Here's a letter they released to announce this year's project. Quote, "It's that magical time of year again where we Sisters Soska don't just want to spill blood on the screen, we want you to bleed for us. Don't worry, it's for an incredibly good cause." As part of Women in Horror Month, each year we search out filmmakers from across the globe to make their own public service announcements for blood services and Red Cross. The only requirements are that you have to be passionate about the cause and you must be a feminist. I'm proud to say that this year we have a record-setting 30 teams that have participated. Magnificently, each PSA was made with the filmmakers using their own money and resources, along with generous donations and numerous volunteers. We have a different theme each year, and this year is Be a Hero. In previous years, we've combined them into one mega anthology, but this year we're making it our biggest year yet. Every day in February, starting January 31st and ending March 1st, we will be releasing a new PSA via our Twisted Twins YouTube channel. We are very proud to announce our outstanding list of contributors to our 2018 Women in Horror Month Massive Blood Drive. Each day we'll release profiles on the filmmakers along with their shorts, and sometimes even poster art and BTS stills. As a special added surprise, you won't know which one is being released when, so keep your eyes on the prize. Thank you so much for watching, but please be sure to make an appointment to donate. We need you. After all, it's in you to give. Jen and Sylv. End quote. And to find a participating blood donation, check out womeninhorrormonth.com for the official site where you can give blood in if it's near your area. Or even if it's not in your area, check with your local blood bank or hospital site. And you are listening to EMZT Radio.
control this total uncontrollable circle.
Hey everyone, this is Bowmine Bob from Bowling with Bobcat. You can listen to me live every Monday night at 10 p.m. Eastern at sfdradio.com, where I'm bringing you the best of the worst in cheap booze, talking bum wine, beers, 40s, malt liquor, and more. Always featuring the latest and greatest in the world of drinking and entertainment, along with some special guests. So come on down and take a ride with Bumwine Bob. If you can't be there live, you can always listen in the archives at bumwinebob.com. So sit back, relax, grab a drink, and enjoy. Cheers.
What I've done, where I've been, or where I'm from. Watch your step, watch your back, brace yourself for the sudden impact. They talking trash. Gonna hit you with whiplash. Feel the headache, endure the pain, stay no strength to break the chain. Gonna tie my grip around your neck, crack your whip, so prepare yourself. Gonna feel the crash. Gonna hit you with a whiplash. I'm sick of weakness, smoking out my face. Don't try my patience, let's know your place. Just walk on by, and don't look back. I'm serious, as a heart attack. Gonna feel the splash. Gonna hit you with a whiplash. You understand? The wreck you facing, the senses heightened, your heart is racing. Call it karma, it comes around, serving cold. Gonna shake the ground. They talking trash. Gonna hit you with whiplash. Gonna hit you with whiplash.
From an article from theconversation.com, Women in Horror, Victims No More. At the end of 2017's Cannes Film Festival, actress Jessica Chastain, who was serving as a jury member, said that she found the portrayals of women in the festival's films quite disturbing. To many, this isn't exactly news. The lack of women in film, in front of and behind the camera, has been at the forefront of Hollywood criticism in recent years, with scholars and writers detailing the various ways women tend to be underrepresented or cast in stereotypical roles. University of Southern California communications professor Stacy Smith, who researches depictions of gender and race in film and TV, found that of the 5,839 characters in the 129 top-grossing films released between 2006 and 2011, fewer than 30% were girls or women. Meanwhile, only 50% of films fulfill the criteria of the Bechdel test, which asks whether a film features at least two women who talk to each other about something other than a man. Despite the uphill climb for women in film, it isn't all doom and gloom. Horror is one genre where women are taking on increasingly prominent parts. Yes, screaming is still a staple feature of a scary flick, but women are assuming central roles, not as victims, but as monsters and heroes. Each year, the Gina Davis Institute on Gender and Media publishes research that shows how gender imbalances in film affects women and girls. For example, they found that positive and prominent roles for women in movies motivate women to be more ambitious, professionally and personally. But when there is a dearth of women being depicted in positive ways, it has an opposite negative effect. A recent study by Google and the Gina Davis Institute studied this phenomenon across the genres. They developed something called the GDIQ, Gina Davis Inclusion Quotient, which is facilitated by machine learning technology. The goal was to recognize patterns in gender, screen time, and speaking time that the casual movie reviewer might overlook. The results of this study told a familiar story. In film, men are seen and heard twice as often as women. But there was one exception: horror films. In a way, this makes sense. A recent Guardian article describes how women have historically been drawn to the genre. Many beloved horror films have strong female leads: Carrie, The Descent, and The Witch, to name a few. Horror, of course, has always been interested in women. Traditionally, women and girls are victims of crazed killers or of monsters. They scream a lot. Yet the terms have changed along with the times, and a horror renaissance seems to have been taking place over the past decade. The genre has moved from taking pleasure in victimizing women to focusing on women as survivors and protagonists. It's veered away from slashers and torture porn to more substantive, nuanced films that comment on social issues and possess an aesthetic vision. Jordan Peele's Get Out became a major box office smash. As it skewered racial politics, it also made a beautiful young white woman the evil antagonist. In 2015, Robert Eggers' historical horror film The Witch was a surprise hit, with a 91% fresh rating on Rotten Tomatoes. The Witch captured audiences by being a historically accurate tale that included a feminist twist. Set in Puritan America, a teenage protagonist, Thomasin, battles her parents and siblings who assume she's become a witch, faulting her for all the misfortunes that befall the family. Of course, she's simply a teenage girl, a dangerous creature, the film seems to be saying, in a culture controlled by men. Get Out and The Witch join a host of other horror films with women as central characters: Stoker, Under the Skin, Wreck, The Conjuring, Ginger Snaps, American Mary, Jennifer's Body, and You're Next. For decades, sexually active women in horror movies tend to die first as punishment for sexual transgression. We see this in Halloween, Friday the 13th, The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and A Nightmare on Elm Street. It Follows upends this narrative. Maika Monroe stars as Jay, a young woman who battles an unseen and unknown predator after having sex with a date. But It Follows isn't interested in punishing Jay or any other female character for having sex. One critic makes an intriguing case that It Follows actually critiques rape culture by highlighting the trauma of how rape survivors are often treated by culture, friends, and family. This creepy and critically acclaimed horror film allows Jay to be the girl we all wish we could be. She investigates, fights back against the predator, and ultimately prevails. Actually, she spends a lot of time looking over her shoulder. Even old and seemingly worn-out franchises are being rebooted with female leads. The original Amityville Horror, 1979, capitalized on the true story of a house in Amityville, New York. The tale of a disintegrating nuclear family terrorized by a haunted house spawned 12 sequels, prequels, and continuations. But audiences get to see yet another addition to the Amityville oeuvre. Amityville The Awakening stars Jennifer Jason Leigh and Bella Thorne as a single mother and her daughter who must endure life in the infamous house. The poster for the movie features an image of Bella Thorne superimposed over the house, suggesting that she is more important and more powerful than the terrifying house. As the role of women in other realms of our society continues to grow, it's only fitting that they do the same in horror movies. With the massive box office success of Wonder Woman, the hope is that other genres will soon enough take the horror's lead and embrace women as protagonists, heroes, and maybe the occasional witch, too. And you are listening to EMZT Radio.
See this? This is my boomstick!
Hello horror fans, my name's Douglas McCambridge, and along with my co-host Jamie Lorello, we run a podcast called Good Times, Great Movies, where we review movies from the craziest decade, the 1980s. In October, we do horror movies and horror movies alone, so we're reaching out to you, the listener/horror fan, to recommend movies you want to hear us talk about. Tweet to us at GTGMcast, Find us on Facebook, listen to the podcast, Good Times, Great Movies. Let us know what horror movies from that decade you want us to talk about. If we choose yours, you win a prize. It'll be something awesome. Blu-rays. That's what I'm going to say. All right, hope to hear from you.
My pretty-eyed girl, with her long soft hair, she has that evil kind of smile that gets her everywhere. And when she wears that long red dress, know she's out to impress.
Oh.
All right.
And we are back today. We're both here.
Yes, we're here.
We're both.
Oh my God.
I'm sort of semi feeling better. And today we have Mr. Xander Turian talking to us today. And he's like, you got your hand on everything. You are in a band.
On everything, on everyone.
You're in a band. You are an actor. You're a director. Oh my God, you just do everything.
Yeah.
So tell us, could you please tell us? Let's talk about your band a little bit. Our Untold Story. And you're soon to do a 2018 European tour starting in Prague. This summer, right? Starting May?
Right. Yeah. End of May.
Okay. How many albums have you done with this band?
So this is our first full-length album. So this is our debut album, but we've been a band since 2012. We've had 2 EPs out and 3 singles.
And the video.
Four singles. 4 singles and 4 videos.
Brilliant. Oh, yes. Your music is really, it's beautiful.
Thank you. I'm so glad that you guys play some of our stuff every now and then. It's an honor.
Oh no, thank you. Thank you. This is great. And the video was great. I was enjoying that.
Which one did you watch? Which one do you love the most?
Yeah. Which one was that? Oh my God. Yeah.
You need to go and watch them again and then choose which one is your favorite, because we've got a couple out. We've got 2 more coming out, 2 lyric videos coming out during the spring, and then we've got some more stuff happening.
Okay, and that's they also have a website, ouruntoldstory.com.
Yeah.
Where you can pre-order the album coming out, and you have some of the videos on here too, don't you?
Yeah, we've got everything on the website. So we've got a Pledge Music campaign. So the best place to pre-order the record is if you go to pledgemusic.com/ouruntolstory/projects, and there you can pre-order the album signed by everyone in the band on CD, on vinyl. We've also got a 5-year anniversary DVD, which is 5-year anniversary from our first record. Loads of other cool stuff. You can also you can order the Saryad DVD on our website as well, because we've got so much music in the film. we're kind of doing a cross pollination thing.
Wow. And where did you come up with the name Our Untold Story?
So I woke up one day. We'd just started the band, and I was like, we're trying to work out what I wanted to name the band. And I woke up one day in the middle of the night, and I had the name Our Untold Story in my head. I was like, that sounds like a fucking band. That sounds amazing. I bet you there's a band called that. And I just, all right, I've got to go up. So I Googled it, went on to, I think it was like MySpace at the time. Anything on there? No. Facebook? No. Everywhere. Looked everywhere. And I couldn't find anyone called Our Untold Story. So I registered the domain, the Facebook, the Instagram, the Twitter, just registered it everywhere, and just made it ours, made it mine. And the meaning behind it, I guess, is because everyone has a story to tell, right? I mean, everyone goes through things, everyone experiences things, and everyone is sitting on, a lead acting role in their own story all the time that sometimes is told and sometimes isn't. So, everyone together, it's our untold story, and you want to tell it to the world. And hopefully through my music, I'm telling my story, and that there are people that can relate to it and maybe get inspired to tell their story or feel that they're part of this story, all that kind of stuff.
Wow. That's the way to go. That is the way to go. Wow. And not only are you in a band, but you're also an actor and director and writer, and you're just doing all that.
Right.
So and you have XanderTurian.com, and I'm looking at the reel. It was you're really amazing in that.
Thank you so much.
And
so acting, the way I got into acting actually is through the music. When we did our first music video in 2013, I think that was probably the one you guys watched, I would think, for the song Hell House. Because that song is featured in Saryad and in the trailer for Saryad. So when we did the video for Hell House, that's how I wanted to make our own music video. So that was the first time I ever produced something without realizing I was being a producer. I got a director, I wrote the script for it, I got all the actors together, I got the location. And then the director said, hey, of course you have to play the main character in your own story. So I did it, and he was like, oh, this is great. Be in my short film, did his short film. Someone on his set was like, do a commercial with me, and I did a commercial, and that's I just kind of fell into it and loved it. And then people started asking, hey, who made your video? I made my video. Oh, make our video. And then that's how we got into the production company, and how I eventually met Sarah, and we got into producing, all our short films and feature films and all the stuff that we do now. Yeah.
Wow. And your film Rotten Love is taking some awards from film festivals.
Yeah, Rotten Love has been a roller coaster. I mean, this Rotten Love has just been a crazy ride. It's still picking up awards now, almost a year later. I think we've won something like in the realm of 21 awards, 17 nominations, and something like 50 official selections.
Wow.
And that's just to count. And it's crazy. I mean, that story, it started off with a 4-page script that Sarah did for this competition, and then nothing happened of it. And she just had it lying around. And we were going through some of her stuff, and she was like, I've got this story, but I just don't know what to do with it. And I was reading it, and I went, well, right, let's translate it to English. Let's hit the international market. And then I just got this, I saw the film in my head. And from this 4-page script, I wrote like a 14-page shot list, shot for shot, how I saw the film. And that, I ended up directing it also by accident. That was my directing debut. I'd not really directed anything, but I had such clear vision in my head. And then obviously Sarah and I played it. And we originally had 4 days to shoot it, but due to a load of unforeseen circumstances, we ended up shooting the entire thing in less than 24 hours on a budget of 3 cups of coffee, a tank of gas, and like some McDonald's, and 3 people behind the camera, and me and Sarah in front of the camera. I was directing it from inside, on camera. It was so crazy. And I was the only person in the entire crew with a driver's license. So I was driving to the first to that second location, and then we wrapped at like 2 a.m. after shooting for like since 6 in the morning the day before, and then I had to drive everyone home like 4 hours completely tired after shooting. Like, I thought we were going to die. On the drive home, I was like, I'm going to crash and just kill everyone, and this is going to be the horror movie. The news story is going to be the horror movie. Oh, no. But I got everyone home, and we were safe. And then, obviously, the film is what it is. And we, got the amazing music and amazing clips. So,
wow.
Yeah, that horror story turned into a fucking triumphant story instead. So,
and it's winning awards. So I mean, yeah.
Worth
the pain.
Yeah, it didn't feel it at the time, though.
Yeah, I bet.
Feel it at the time.
I bet. So, is there some beans you want to spill about a role you're up for?
Yeah, sure. So literally today, an hour or so before you guys started talking to me, I was with my agent, signed a little piece of paper, which means I'm allowed to say, I guess, that I am playing a guest star role on the final episode of season 1 of a TV show called Carnival Row with Hollywood A-list actors Orlando Bloom and Cara Delevingne in the main roles. So that's going to be pretty fucking kick-ass.
Oh, wow. And it's filming in Prague, you said, right?
Yeah, it's filming in Prague at Barrandov Studios, and it's this like steampunk London Victorian kind of film noir fantasy creature, mythical kind of world. So I think it's going to be pretty cool. I mean, the show, it's an Amazon Prime production. It's going to be out in 2019, so it's there's a little while left until it comes out, but it's going to be huge. I think it's the second biggest budget and production after Game of Thrones. So
nice.
It's going to be pretty big, I think.
And then you'll get even more offers for more films from that.
That's the goal.
That's how it works.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Matt, it's your turn.
Yay. Oh, hi there.
Oh, Matt, hey.
Hi.
Where did you go?
Yeah, exactly. So I saw that there were some write-ups, and you, Sarah, and Jasmine were all mentioned in this awesome article. I think it was on Bloody Disgusting, about the rise of Swedish horror. And one of my biggest addictions right now is Jordscoot, which is absolutely, if you guys haven't seen that show, it's absolutely amazing. Let me just tell you that right now. That's something that all horror fans got to be. But just talk about, maybe like where you see even this, is Sweden finally taking over horror?
Yeah, Sweden's definitely taking over horror, and Sarah is leading the revolution. She's got the flag raised high, and she's got her followers. She's leading the parade.
There you go.
Everyone, they've seen the poster. They recognize the ass. They see it walking and leading the parade, and they're like, "We're following. Wherever that ass goes, we'll follow." And then I'm just in the background, like, "Yeah, you go, you guys go. I'll hang back and do my thing, and make sure that people know where to go. I'll market it properly so that people know where to find the ass."
Yeah, see, there you go. Yes, for I guess
ass we should go that way.
We should let some people in on this, that if you haven't seen the Sargon poster, it literally is Sarah's butt. Okay, folks.
But it is covered. It has panties on it.
The rest of her is in there too.
Oh,
Just
don't disappoint people like that. That's a spoil. Don't tell them that it's fully clothed.
Yeah, we're trying to sell posters here.
Well, not fully clothed. I mean, her cheeks are hanging out a little.
Right, and I'll tell you what though. I mean, there is a naked ass in the film. There is a naked ass in the film. So if people want to see the naked ass, buy the film, watch the film, and they will get their dose of naked ass.
Well, what horror movie would be without naked ass? I mean, come on.
Right. I mean, exactly. Come on. I mean, I didn't say whose, but there's definitely a naked ass.
Yeah. Horror goes with nakedness all the time. So of course.
Right. Horror being the optimal word in that sentence. It's an ass of horror.
An ass of horror.
There you go. There you go. See, marketing genius right there, folks.
Yeah.
So if you need a good market. I went to school for 4 years for that. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you don't need school. You just need ass.
Yeah, exactly. Where was I though? Where was that?
Ass cells.
See, yeah, exactly.
Cells.
I could have saved 4 years of my life right there.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. You missed out. You should have minored in ass sales 101.
Yeah.
It's a good course. It really helps.
It's never too late, folks. It's never too late.
It's never too late. No.
Is that going to be our logo now? We got to put a naked ass out there for our name.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, some of us.
Yeah, do it.
Some of us record the podcast naked, but you know.
Oh, I don't know. That might be scary.
I mean, I'm sitting in underwear right now.
Woo!
See?
Yeah. They're
Great minds think
purple
alike.
and green. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. That's what you got to do. I mean, if it's not TV, you can wear whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
Exactly. Isn't that why we got into radio there, Bane? So we could just go to work without pants on?
Yeah,
Right?
definitely.
I chose the wrong profession, clearly. But I tell you what, though, there are a lot of the films that I've done, especially when I started out, I wasn't wearing a lot of clothes. I've done some weird things. Not porn, but I mean, some horror is borderline.
Yes.
I don't know if Sarah's ever told you about the first feature film that I had a role in.
No.
Oh, I think this. All right, here's a story for you guys. I think you'll appreciate this. So the very first feature film that I did, it was a couple of years ago now, and so the film is called Bimbo Bambino. So that's right. So that's the name, Bimbo Bambino. It's not out yet. I think it comes out later this year or next year, and. The first day I came on set, I originally was just going to be an extra. So I came and I was like, yeah, you're going to be an extra. You're going to get a cinema ticket. You just be here for the day. I was like, yeah, fine, whatever. I arrive on set and it's like, okay, you're going to be in this alleyway, which is called Faggot Alleyway. I'm like, okay. Cool. All right.
Okay.
So you and these guys are going to stand here in Faggot Alleyway. I was like, all right. And then the director's like, I love your energy, Xander. You're really cool. So I'm going to put you up here up front with this guy. So you're going to the camera's going to pan over you first while we're following the main character. I'm like, okay, what do I have to do? So just get on your knees in front of this old man. And he's going to have a pink dildo that looks like a cock hanging out of his trousers. And you're going to put it in your mouth. I was like, okay. He's like, look. And he's like, look, it's a brand new dildo. I'm taking it out of the packet. Is that okay? And I was like, well, the first rule of acting and improvisation is always say yes. So I guess yes. So I'm on my knees holding this cock and kind of try and put it in my mouth like, oh my God, what am I doing right now? And then this camera pans over and he's like, oh, I really love your energy, Xander. You're doing great. I'm going to give you some lines. I was like, okay. So he comes down and then the main character goes, oh, I'm looking for something. And I say something like, you got to go that way. Now fuck off. And then I go back to sucking cock. And I'm like, can't you see I'm busy here? And I say some bullshit like that. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And it's like so cold. It was the winter in Sweden, in Stockholm, winter. So I'm like so cold on my knees in front of this old man. And then we wrapped and it was fine. And then I got paid. And then the director emailed me. I was like, dude, I can't stop thinking about your energy. I've expanded on your part. Okay. So, and then we started talking on the phone, and he invited me out to this place where we were going to shoot. I was like, okay, great. And he's like, here's your outfit that you're going to wear. I'm like, okay. And it's this pink thong and this purple netted vest. And he gives me these mirrored sunglasses and a plastic AK-47. He's like, okay, so you're a prostitute model that wants to become a normal model, but you're kind of like this gay porn star prostitute, and you're just the scummiest scum trying to make it, and you think you're like this YouTube star type person. And then this is a really scummy photographer, and you just do a modeling thing and be really fucking weird. And I was like, okay. So I did that, and he paid me pretty well for doing this. And he's like, okay, smoke this shit, and then now get on top of this like digger. We were in this like dilapidated old factory that was being torn down. I was like climbing on these fucking diggers and weird cranes. He's like, all right, just stand there, talk on the phone, whip your dick out of the side of the thong, and just piss while you're on the phone smoking a cigarette. I'm like, okay.
Oh.
He's like, don't worry, we're not actually going to show it, but just do it. I'm like, okay. So I did that.
Whoa.
Right. And then he was like, so dude, I've been thinking about it. I've expanded your role a bit more. I've written another scene. I'm like,
jeez.
Okay. Okay. So what next? He's like, okay, so because you're a little bit older than the other prostitutes, you're like the mother hen of these male prostitute models, and we're making this kind of like MTV Cribs documentary about these prostitutes. So you're at home showering, shaving your body, and you're teaching them how to put a condom over a cucumber with your mouth and doing all this shit. I'm like, okay. Wow. It's like, but again, I got paid pretty well for the day, so I was like, okay. So I'm in the shower, completely lathered from top to toe in this fucking shaving cream, like I'm a fucking white Smurf, shaving, singing this random song he's written for me, like doing this weird reality TV show thing, and then I'm like playing with this fucking cucumber and doing some shit. And Sarah's on set taking sound, trying not to fucking laugh through this whole time. I'm like, okay, great. And he's like, so Xander, I've expanded your character a little bit more. You've got this awesome... I'm like, okay. I mean, at this point, I'm like, what? How? I don't even... Okay, what have you got for me? He's like, okay, hear me out. I've got this... Like, your character has to have an awesome death scene. I'm like, I'm listening. So just come over to props. We need to get you into costume, get you ready for props. I'm like, all right, cool. So I go and meet him, and we're in the studio, and he's like, so we're going to make a silicone prosthetic version of your ass and balls. I'm like, okay.
Wow.
So
Okay.
I'm on all fours. This sounds like some Harvey Weinstein story, thinking about it now.
I know.
Like, what's going
on? Or a Saturday night on when I was in my 20s.
You sure that was
a normal Saturday night?
You talking to?
No. This guy's a really cool director. It's like this grindhouse weird arty thing. But then, so I'm on all fours, my butt and balls out, and he's like just rubbing my ass in the silicone shit. I'm like, okay, this is kind of weird. And then he makes this thing, and he's like, hey, look, this is your ass. I'm like, cool. He's like, once the film is done, you can keep it. I'm like, thank you. I'm just like imagining like in the future, like, yo, MTV Cribs, here's my Oscar, my Golden Globe, my Grammy. Oh, and my silicone ass from the first feature film I ever did. So we've not shot this final scene yet. I'm still waiting to shoot this final scene, but the scene, right, it's a huge spoiler, but I don't give a fuck because it's just so fucking absurd. So basically, my character comes home after this night of being in this fucking alleyway sucking dick. I come home to my flat, and you see my girlfriend naked on the couch with another man. And I'm in the hallway, and I'm like, honey, I'm home. And obviously, I've been also out with another man, so I don't know. And she's like all stressed, and like, oh shit, gotta get this guy out. And she's like, oh, hi, honey, I'm in here. And I'm like, yeah, okay. I'm gonna go have a bath because I'm really cold. So I go into the bathroom, start running this bath. She's trying to get this other dude out. I get naked, get in the bathtub. And I'm lying there in the bath, just enjoying it. And then this purple tentacle starts stroking my body. I'm like, that feels really, really good. And then this huge purple alien squid. I think you guys have seen enough hentai to know where this is going.
Yes.
I mean, I just told you that they made a silicone version of my ass, and this tentacle's coming up. I think enough said. But that's how I die in. That's how I die in that film.
Boy, it sounded like you were going to be the star. The way he was going on about you, it sounded like you were going to be the new star of this film.
Maybe I was the star of his personal films that he's making at home. I don't know. But, But I mean,
Wow.
I got paid, so whatever. The money was good. I'm trying to be really open about that part because I know that's the shit that's gonna come back when I'm like famous in the future, and people are like, so, Bimbo Bambino, tell us about it. So I think I'm just trying to beat people to the punch,
Yeah, absolutely. That's the way to go. That's the way to go. Oh my God.
Oh,
that was. I'd be totally weirded out by that.
Right? It was before I thought that. It was like the first thing I did. I wasn't really thinking of being an actor then, and then he kept adding on, and then things started escalating in my own career, and I was like, because the film's not even out yet. It's not even finished. So by the time it comes out, I'm going to be doing other stuff. I'm going to be like, not sure if I want this film out anymore.
Blackmail fodder.
No, but that's what he's saying. If he talks about it now, it won't be blackmail fodder.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Wow. So do you have this silicone ass hanging on your wall then?
Not yet, because I still have that one scene to shoot. So once I've shot that scene, he'll give it to me. So yeah.
I'm willing to pay $59.99 for this right now. I'm just saying.
For the silicone ass?
Well, okay, maybe $69.99 for that, but
you want my anally violated pre-fuck silicone ass? I'm not sure how to feel about that, Matt.
I'd say flattered because somebody wants it.
Oh, dear.
Well, I think after watching Saryad, many people will want it.
Wow.
Maybe I'll make it like a perk on one of our crowdfunding campaigns in the future.
There you go.
Top tier perk. One of a
you
kind. Xander's silicone ass.
With his autograph on it.
A crusty autograph.
So, where do we go from here?
We can only go up from here.
Okay, I hope so. Because we've been known to go further down.
Yeah, we only go in the gutter just when we come up for air. That's about it.
Yeah. Well.
Oh dear. I guess talk about your new album. Boy, what a transition there! King transition has struck again.
Yeah. So from silicone ass rape to My Dreams, My Rules, which is the name of the album. Yeah. And so the album's called My Dreams, My Rules, the same as the tour, and it's an awesome album. I don't know where to go after that story either. It's fucking crazy. This album it's also been just a crazy ride. We recorded it 4 years ago. We recorded it in October 2014. All right, well that's 3 years ago, but it's 4 years ago. October 2014, we recorded it. So it's taken us a long time to get it ready and get it out. Purely for money. I mean, I spent all my own money on it. We were offered deals which we just didn't take because we didn't want to sign our lives away in that at the time. We didn't have the power, so I said fine, I'll pay for it myself. We'll release it through my own company, through my label, which is what we're doing. And it cost me so much money, and I was in so much debt. But if you've got dreams, you've got to fucking follow them, and then that's why the name of the album is My Dreams, My Rules. I mean, I've had so many band members leave and come back and leave and do other things. That's another reason it's taken so long. So the guys I've got now are really solid. Sounds really fucking amazing. It's a similar story kind of to Foo Fighters with Dave Grohl, just not as famous and awesome, just slightly less awesome and quite a lot less famous.
But it will be. It will be.
It will be. It will be.
Yes.
It's gonna be great. I mean, this tour is gonna be fantastic. We've got a lot of dates booked. We've got more being booked, and we've got this huge live DVD concert coming out. So it's exciting. It's exciting. It's an exciting time to be able to do my music and do my film at the same time, and that it really feels like 2018 is a year to just kick all the asses in every single way. Silicone and real, poster and hairy and pretty and ugly and hemorrhoid filled and just all the asses. Just all the asses get a kick.
And how are you squeezing in? Because you're calling us from Prague today, and you're currently in film school. How much longer is film school?
So the day I graduate, the band comes over and the bus meets us, and we're playing in Prague on graduation day and basically leaving. So the day I graduate, the tour starts.
Wow.
That's how tight everything is planned.
Wow.
Damn.
Right.
That's busy as hell right there, man. That's good.
Jeez.
No rest for the wicked, as they say. So when I go on tour, Sarah comes with for the first couple of days. We're playing a show in her hometown of Katowice in Poland. And then after that show, she heads off to Amsterdam to this huge horror convention where she's going to have her own booth, do some signing and promote Sariad and Run Love and all the projects. So she's been invited out there to sign pictures and do stuff. So I'll be on tour there. She'll be on her horror tour, and it's going to be pretty amazing year for a lot of things. And then straight after when she comes back from Amsterdam to Stockholm, and I end the tour in Stockholm, she'll come to the Stockholm show, and then we start production on our next big project.
Wow.
Yeah, literally the day after I come back from tour, the day after she comes from Amsterdam, we start shooting our next project.
Do you get to sleep?
Yeah, that's what I'm about to ask. It's like, damn.
What is that? What's that word? What was that word?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know this word. I don't know what that means. What's that? No.
So what fuels you while you're not sleeping and doing all this work? Wow.
Yeah, I mean, just, same thing that fuels you guys. You just the love and the passion for all this shit, right?
Oh.
Exactly.
Right. See, Matt, you thought you were busy. Oh my God.
I know. I feel lazy now.
I still found time to sit around in my underwear and talk to you guys. This is my rest. This is my downtime. This is my downtime.
So can we talk about your production company for a little bit?
Sure.
So when did you start your production company?
So I registered my company in 2011, but originally it was an investment company, and I didn't really know what the fuck I was doing with it. And then it changed. I registered my record company in 2012, and then when we did the music video in 2013, I registered my production company. So I've got the record company, the production company, and a management company where I manage bands, artists, obviously my own band, my own stuff. I also manage a film composer, a writer, an artist, and Sarah is going to be my first actress and screenwriter that I'll be signing and representing. So I'll be representing Sarah now that her career is really taking off as well. Yeah. So,
and it's Cupright?
Cupright Productions, yeah.
Cupright.
Yeah.
Yes. Production. And I love your music label, XJT. That's awesome.
Yeah. So actually, the story about how Cupright Productions got its name is also a funny story. So Cuprite is a mineral, and I mean Cuprite Productions. It's like a bullshit name. It's like, what the fuck is that? It means nothing. But the story behind it is that me and an old friend who no longer is a friend, but at the time was a friend. He was helping me produce the first music video, but then he kind of just disappeared. But that was his original role, and then we were like watching these. Like game, the stuff that Jasmine does, where people play games and stream it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes.
There was this guy who's streaming when he was playing Amnesia. Do you remember that game?
Yeah.
The horror game Amnesia.
Oh yeah.
So there's this guy playing Amnesia, and he was so funny when he was playing it. So me and this guy were so addicted to watching his videos. And then he was playing, I don't know if it was Amnesia or just a different game, but one of his videos. And he was like, "Oh my god, I need to go and get more Cooperite. I need more Cooperite. I need more Cooperite." And he was saying it through the whole video, and we were just laughing so much. And then it just became this thing that we're saying, like, needs more Cooperite. We need more Cooperite. And like, if we ever start a production company, it should be called Cooperite Productions, and our slogan should be "Needs more Cooperite." And then he fucked off, and I have no idea what happened to him in life. But then I was like, I'm starting my production company. I'm going to call it Cooperite Production, and my slogan's going to be "Needs more Cooperite." And that's the story of that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, we might have to sign up with Xander to help us out.
Yeah, exactly.
Do it. I'd love to. I'd love to help you guys out. That would be great.
Yeah.
Forget the Dos Equis guy. We are now literally interviewing the most interesting man in the world. I'll say it right now.
Absolutely. This tops Dos Equis.
Thank you.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
Well, you're only as interesting as the people you speak with, so it's all because of you guys. Thank you. You bring the best out in me.
Aww. Okay, now, Matt, what's next?
I have no idea. Where we go from here, I have no idea.
Where do we go from here? All right, so I'll give you a scoop. So Sarah has a new film which she's written, which I'm directing, which we're shooting in May before we leave Prague, which is going to be fucking amazing. It's called Brisé, which is some froofy French ballet word. It's some random ballet move. I have no idea how Brisé and blah, blah, whatever. Short story. She's this ballet dancer with mental issues, and I'm directing it, and it's gonna be fucking amazing.
Wow.
There you go.
Yeah. Think Black Swan meets the shit Sarah writes.
Oh dear God.
Right.
Wow.
There we go.
Nice. Wow.
Yeah.
All right. I'm on board with that.
Me too.
Yeah, it's gonna be kick-ass. It's a short film, and it's gonna be even better than Rotten Love was. It's gonna win more awards, and it will be the first bonus material to go on Saryad 2.
Oh,
nice.
Yes. Wow.
Nice.
Amazing. Well, so I'm all out of questions.
I think we might, yeah. Much as I don't want to. Might actually, yeah. So I guess there's only one question left we have to ask is, I guess, remind everybody where they can go to, check out the album, maybe get tickets. Can you get tickets for your tour through your website?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so tickets will be through an agency called Invisible Bridge Agency, who are representing us for the tour. So they'll do the tickets, and the album you can order. Yeah, if you go to ouruntoldsstory.com, there's links to our Pledge Music site, and you can order it there. Also, like the Facebook page, and we're very active. We talk, all that stuff. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So,
Wow.
I guess that's all I got. So
Yes. Wow, Xander, you blew us away. We're just speechless.
Excellent. That's all the approval I need.
Wow.
Well,
so we've been talking to Xander Turian, extraordinaire on everything, going on tour after graduation. Wow. Yeah. Nice. So keep an eye out for him, and wow, this has been so much fun.
Thank you so much for having me.
Wow.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
All right.
I've been Xander Turian on EMZT Radio. Thank you so much for having me.
All the guys he wants, but deep inside, her heart is a is my girl, my little darling in her world. Oh, so innocent and untouched. She's the girl that gets all the guys when she comes. They turn their heads when she flicks her hair. They all stare. She's the girl that gets all the guys. She's the girl that gets all the guys when she comes. They turn their heads when she flicks her hair. They all stare. She's the girl, my girl. So back off.
Do you like science fiction, action, and adventure?
Hours of constant cleaning-based sexual innuendo?
The sound of the whole table yelling at one guy for rolling poorly.
Inspirational anecdotes?
And have you ever fantasized about having your head being massaged by a psychic?
If so, follow the adventures of the crew of the Irritated Badger on the Chaotic Goodness podcast, coming every Monday on iTunes, Google Play, or anywhere else you find your podcasts.
Space adulting's hard.
From an article from 1428elm.com, Nightmare on Elm Street, Heather Langenkamp loses son to brain cancer. Iconic final girl Heather Langenkamp recently lost her son Atticus to brain cancer. Nancy's nightmares were nothing compared to this. According to Dread Central, one of horror's biggest heroines is hurting. After canceling a convention appearance over the weekend, Heather Langenkamp had announced her son Atticus has lost his battle with brain cancer. Atticus leaves the earth only 26 years old, the actress's only son, with longtime husband and FX artist David Leroy Anderson. Here's what Langenkamp, who's most known for playing Nancy in a Nightmare on Elm Street franchise, is saying about the tragedy via the Days of the Dead Facebook. Quote, "Dear friends, colleagues, and fans, I was intending on being with you in Atlanta this weekend, but as you know, I will not be able to come. Our family suffered a great loss this month. David and mine's beloved son Atticus has passed away from brain cancer. Atticus was an amazing human being, and we miss him terribly. Thank you for your understanding. I hope to see you all very soon. Love to all, Heather Langenkamp." End quote. Diagnosed with cancer at 20, Atticus never let his situation hamper his spirit. Quote, "He's lived with joy and intensity, offering laughter, friendship, and an easy smile," end quote, said a loved one to the Malibu Times. A lover of music, calculus, and production design, Langenkamp's only son will be missed. It's times like this that make us value every day we get. Tomorrow isn't promised. Hug those you care about a little tighter today. Our thoughts are with the family during their truly difficult time. Our thoughts are with her family as well. And you are listening to EMZT Radio. Well, that wraps up another episode of EMZT Radio. Thank you, Xander Turian, for coming on and talking to us. Oh my God, that was hilarious.
Well, I'm glad we got. I'm just glad we got to the butt of the matter. That's all that matters. There was no need to be anal in that interview anyway. So
I still think that'd be a great perk idea.
We should do that. Mass produce, like, oh no, wait, we're trying to get people to donate to us.
Yeah, let's not scare them off.
Yeah. Don't worry, folks. Silicone versions of our asses will not be available online anytime soon.
Not until I lose about 100 pounds. Yeah.
And I lose about 50. So we're,
Yeah.
We should do that. Though we should make a challenge for that. You know that?
Ooh.
We could keep. You know what? We're gonna do that. We're gonna do that on Patreon.
Okay.
We'll record something on Patreon that document at least once a month, like during the best of show. We'll do that. By the way, you can go to patreon.com/EMZTradio or makersupport.com/EMZTradio to donate. Every little bit helps. Trust me. $1 is $1 closer to us doing this full time. It's also $1 closer to us buying better computers. It's $1 closer to us going to conventions. It's $1 closer to us. You get the point.
It goes back to the podcast. We don't keep any of it.
Right.
It's for new programs, more music.
It's to keep the station on the freaking air.
Keep the station on the air.
Which it'll be down. I can almost assure you it will be back on the 15th.
Okay. Okay. I'm sorry. Sorry,
no,
I'm unemployed.
It's not your fault. It's not my fault. We just ran out of money.
Yeah.
It's nobody's fault really. It's just, like I said, you're doing, what you can. I think it's fairly obvious. I think we've discussed at length on this podcast. You are taking care of your mother.
Mm-hmm.
And I lose a lot of money during the holidays, and it takes me a while to recoup the money that I lose during the holidays, and that's how it goes. And the station, if you're wondering, the radio station costs $60 a month to keep on the air, but that's also keeping it legal. So these artists that we play can get paid because we believe in that. And, we want to keep it going like that. So, yeah. And and the other part of it is we want to add music to the station that we can't play on the podcast.
Yes.
Like the Birthday Massacre and things like that, just because we don't know them and we don't have their permission to play their music on our podcast. Like we do just about everybody else. And the ones that we don't have permission specifically from, we do link to their, anyways. Also, we link to everybody's music So please go buy their CDs. It doesn't help us. It doesn't affect us at all. But it helps them a lot. So please go buy their music. Help us out as much as you can. If you know something, if you know somebody that needs horror promotion, we are more than happy to do it.
Yes.
But I think that's a good idea. I think, you know what, we should do that. That'll make us accountable to our audience.
Yes.
To become healthier, better people, so we can do this podcast for 20 years, or something of that nature. Whatever is going on in 20 years. I think we should do that. We set realistic goals here, and so yeah, we'll keep you up to date on what we're doing to change lifestyles.
Yes.
On our Patreon. So there's another perk for you guys. We are working on t-shirts. I just have not had the time to finish the t-shirts yet.
Yeah, I'm still working on that original logo contest we did. I still want to get that done. That'd be a great logo.
I would love to have another logo.
Yes.
I should point out that my ex-girlfriend did our logo.
Which is awesome. It's very awesome. It's really suited for us.
I like it.
Yeah. I really love it.
She took one of her creepy dolls.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of, played with it. But hey, look, that's all I'm gonna say is, if you want to design a logo for us, that's cool too. We're not very good in the graphic arts department.
Nope.
Neither one of us went to school for graphic arts. I have a communications degree and a business master's. So that's. And
I'm in the medical degree.
Yeah.
That's all
She's
I
got a
have.
medical degree. So, I mean, it's art. Well, I mean, art in the form of talking, since we have combined 30 years radio experience.
Mm-hmm.
Not that we're. Believe me, we're not. Oh, there we go. Yeah! Love that. We're keeping that in, by the way. Yeah, you get that Harley. Get that Harley.
It was actually one of those, go-kart things.
Oh.
Because that's in my neighborhood. A lot of because I'm living in a sort of a retirement sort of family neighborhood, and they have a lot of those go-kart things.
Podcasting is just an arm of radio, and radio is theater of the mind. So you just ruined the vision I had in my head of Hunter S. Thompson coming back from the dead and riding his freaking Harley through your neighborhood. Thanks!
That's me, Destroyer of Dreams.
Destroyer of Dreams. Did I ever tell you? My best friend Parker and I, we've actually planned on remaking Leaving Las Vegas.
Oh yeah, I saw you posted on Facebook about that.
Yeah, the book version of Leaving Las Vegas. Yeah.
Go for it.
Yeah. That's a retirement. That's my retirement goal. I'm gonna be 7. That's how I'm going to die, kids. All right, is reenacting Leaving Las Vegas with half a salt shaker of cocaine, maybe 5 hookers on the side. I mean, come on.
What bottle are you drinking from?
I'll probably go back to an old friend named Glenn Gooley.
Oh.
That's right, kids. Daddy drinks Glenn Gooley. Well, used to drink Glenn. When I was a drinker, I liked Glenn Gooley. All right. I had a weakness for Glenn Gooley and Jameson. Those were my drinks of choice. Yes, I shot whiskey in my fucking 20s. Okay.
Yes. Who didn't? I mean, who doesn't? Everybody does that. It's all right.
And I also played with the Green Fairy on very many occasions.
Oh.
I
only had to taste that once. It knocked me on my ass so hard.
You know what the best? I'm not kidding you. The best alcohol infused food I ever had was, we were fucking around one night, and a bunch of friends of mine and I were sitting around. Now, yes, we were underage, 18, all right, and he had an ice cream maker.
Oh.
we made absinthe ice cream.
Oh, that sounds good.
Oh my God, we were tripping balls. Of course, you know, the 3 tabs of acid we were taking at the time too was helping with that.
Yeah.
I'm
But that
serious.
sounds good.
I
Absinthe
think
ice cream.
between the ages of 17 and 25, I could probably write a book that rivals Hunter S. Thompson.
There you go. There's your American novel.
Hey, kids, I'll just say this right now. Hunter is very true. You can turn your back on a person, but don't you ever turn your back on a drug, especially when it's waving a hunting knife right in your face.
Oh, yeah.
I never had the Lewis Black chasing my refrigerator LSD thing. I would have loved to have had that, where I'm just chasing my refrigerator in the middle of the street and cutting it open
Jesus.
to get a beer.
Wow.
But you know, mine was mostly. See, this is the problem with doing drugs in the technological age. I did acid one night, and it was the scariest trip I ever had. It was in my back room. We had a computer. This is 1998, 1999, so of course everybody had a computer by then. We had the Windows screensaver. And yeah, the flying Windows screensaver.
Right.
Let me just put it this way. I don't remember a lot of that night. But one of my best friends found me under the desk, pissing my pants, screaming, "The windows are breaking on me. The windows are breaking on me. I think one has slit my throat."
Wow.
Get this. And literally for the next 5 minutes screaming, "Get the glass off me. Get the glass off me."
That tops any acid tripping story I ever heard.
Acid is a hell of a, with all due respect, acid is a hell of a drug.
Oh. All the stories I keep hearing about it, I just never could do it because I don't want my pencil talking to me or my poster talking to me or Windows coming after me. No.
Well, I kind of have that same problem now. I don't want to do drugs because I'm looking at my at what I've got going on in this room. I got the clown from 31.
Oh,
that is literally staring me in the face. I have Sarah's ass. And I have the Scythe poster.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I have the Scythe poster is above my writing desk.
No.
And then above my record player. Yes, folks, I like vinyl. I like latex too, but that's a whole other issue. I have the American Horror Story Freak Show poster.
Oh, shit.
Which, if you don't have that poster, it is literally a mouth gaping wide open.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say it's Twisty's mouth.
It probably is.
Wide. Yeah, I think it is Twisty's mouth. I can kind of tell by the painted nose.
Mm-hmm.
But now, imagine that. And now do it while you're on drugs.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I if you didn't piss your pants, then yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Okay.
Anyway.
And on that note.
On that note, go ahead, hit us up. EMZT Radio, everywhere you can find us. EMZT Podcast Radio on Facebook. EMZT Radio on Twitter. EMZT Radio on Patreon. EMZT Radio on Maker Support. EMZT Productions on Twitch. Look for the link to our Discord server and our Twitter feed if you can find it. It comes around once every 2 days, I think. Hell, we'll put it on the Facebook page too. So come chat with us on Discord. We're planning on events when we get enough people on Patreon and make her support. We have enough $10 supporters, and that's all we're asking for. $1 gets you a shout out. $5 on social media. $5 gets you a shout out on the podcast. $10 gets you a plethora of fun. $20 gets you a smorgasbord.
Mm-hmm.
And for the $10 people, we're actually going to start doing Patreon only chats. And I'm trying to line it up when we get enough to where we're going to bring in some of our guests to do an AMA. That's Ask Me Anything for those of you who aren't aren't down with the techno jargon.
With the lingo.
Yeah. If you're not cool with the kids like we are. Anyways, for those of you who are listening to the podcast for the first time, sorry. We're not wholesome. Okay. Actually, no. I'm not gonna say sorry because you know what? No. We're not wholesome by any stretch of the imagination. We're not safe for work.
Nope.
This is not a safe for work podcast, and nor will it ever be because that's phony. And no, that's no offense taken to the people that strive and want their podcast to be safe for work. But there's not a lot of podcasts that are safe for work, first off.
No.
All right.
No, definitely not.
So, especially a few of my favorites, like Sword and Scale and the Unwritable, especially our friend Juliet Miranda's Unwritable Rant. That is not safe for work, kids. Okay? And nor would I ever want her to be safe for work. Because she tells, if you don't, check out her podcast. Because seriously, she has some of the greatest stories of all time. She really does. I would love to get her on. Eventually we're going to get other podcasters on here to cross-promote. Check out our friends with Colt 45, too. They are fucking awesome. Seriously. They're awesome as hell. I'm a big fanboy of theirs. I got to buy their t-shirt. Buy the t-shirt.
Buy the t-shirt.
For those of you wondering when the station comes back on, the Potter and Family Potter and Block will be back on Sundays at 11 or Sundays at 1 all afternoon. Our Sunday or Saturday night Funhouse will also be back, as well as maybe a few extra twists thrown in. Who knows? Shout out to our boy Chucky, who does Society's Basement, who's been there almost since the beginning of us doing the station.
Nice.
So shout out to my boy Chucky.
Nice.
We're coming back, Chucky baby. Don't worry, because we might be on his station soon. So.
All right.
That's why I give a shout out to Chucky baby.
Woo.
So, anyways. We have successfully wasted 3 hours of people's lives. Not kidding. We've wasted about 2 hours of people's lives.
And it's Women in Horror Month.
It is. It's Women in Horror Month, and we have been shockingly neglectful of that in our open and close. Sorry.
Women in Horror Month.
Women in Horror Month.
I found the website womeninhorrormonth.com. They have like a nationwide list of where you can participate in events that celebrate women in the horror genre of all categories.
Awesome sauce.
Yes.
Hopefully,
yes.
Eventually, we'll be on that website. Eventually.
Yeah. Because there's all these great things to do. I mean, you can have like a movie night, or you can do some sort of horror reading.
That's what we're gonna do.
We can do podcast, like a total podcast of women in horror.
Yeah.
And it covers everything. It covers everything from like, real directors, writers, or the characters in the movies and literature and things like that. We can cover all that. That's
funny.
Everything.
Funny you mentioned that. When we finally get enough people in our Discord, we're going to start movie night.
Yes, we should have movie night.
And we're going to have a special movie night for Patreon. There will be one night a month, one Friday night a month. Or Saturday. We had to figure out what day we want to do this. Yeah. There will be one night a month just for our Patreon people. We can't show the movie, obviously, for copyright reasons, which is why we haven't gotten the Twitch up yet, as far as the 24/7 Twitch. But I noticed something a couple weeks ago that I can't remember the damn name, and it was one of my favorite ones too. One of my favorite Roku channels, the owner died.
Oh,
and she was the one that gave a lot of independent horror people a break by showing their movie. I want to do that.
Oh,
yeah. I want to do that.
Yeah.
I retweeted it. Whatever you do on Facebook. I don't know what you do on Facebook. The Facebook version of retweeting it, and I was really sad to hear her
sharing.
pass. Yeah.
We share it.
Yeah. I was really sad to hear her pass because she kind of helped us out to get in this. Really to give us the passion to do this, and we kind of noticed that it was like the same 4 movies on the channel. It was just running in perpetuity, and then we found out, unfortunately, she passed away over the Christmas holidays.
Wow.
So yeah, it's really sad in the horror community, but eventually, and that's part of what we want to do. That's part of the reason why we're asking for money, is we would like to get servers that we can dedicate to running movies 24/7, to having the Twitch channel, to being on Roku.
Mm-hmm.
So
Roku's where it's at.
Yeah.
Oh,
so we can pick up the mantle of giving help to independent talent in horror. So
to all the people that we talk to. Yeah.
That's right. It's not our station, it's going to be your station, I guess, so to speak. Not to sound, weird, but that's kind of what we want. We don't want it to be our station. We want it to be your station too. So please help us towards that goal.
Please help us to help you.
I was trying to sound genuous there. Anyways, yes, that is a something we have in the long term bin. I'm hoping sometime this year we can launch a 24/7 horror Twitch stream, which is getting very popular, by the way. Twitch streaming and all that.
Yes,
we're going to eventually live stream a podcast.
We're
going to live stream an entire podcast together. We just have to find the 2 hours to do it.
Yeah.
So anyways.
Yeah. Anyway. Are we done mangling everything today?
I think we're done. Want to thank Xander and his ass again, and Sarah's ass as well, for making several appearances in the podcast. Sarah, let me let you guys in on something. Sarah was standing in the corner the entire time of the interview, trying to be quiet. So
I'm
we can't.
surprised she was able to. I lost my shit talking to him.
I know. And so we salute you, Sarah, for but you could have jumped in at any time. And
that would be great.
Killed everybody. I think at that point,
I don't think she could have topped what he said about all the asses.
Yeah, I know. But I wouldn't recommend listening to. Well, I know it's too late now, but I wouldn't recommend listening to this podcast with little ones in the room.
Yeah, no.
But no. But seriously, Xander will be back on eventually when he
has another free moment.
Yeah, which might be sometime before 2076. With as busy as he seems lately, it might be 2076 before we can get him back on. But
maybe
with as busy. Well, but then again, we're busy too, and everybody, we try to accommodate. I should point out, we try to accommodate everybody's schedule around here. It doesn't really work out very well sometimes, and as you notice in our interviews, sometimes it doesn't work out. Where Bane had something to do, or I have something to do,
or we're sick.
Or we're sick.
We're sick.
Like the 2 weeks we traded the flu.
Fucking winter disease. Oh!
I think you and I have made medical history.
Yeah.
We might be the first Skype-transmitted flu.
I can see it.
We have made medical history. We're now transmitting the flu through fucking Skype. Anyways, so if you're done, I'm done.
Yeah, I'm good.
You're
I'm
good?
good to go.
All right.
Go.
Well, okay. That's CMZT Radio for this week. Bye-bye.
Look at me, Damien. It's all for you.
Movies don't create psychos. Movies make psychos more creative.
Red rum, red rum.